definitely outside the Bowers Museum here in Santa Ana. They have a special Walt Disney Archives exhibit, and I'm here to check it out. Let's go. Okay, so we're inside the exhibit now. It's kind of interesting. I don't think this is part of the Disney exhibit, but it's inside here. Up above, there's a Dumbo. That's definitely part of the exhibit. So here's the entrance of the special exhibit. The whole museum is not dedicated to Walt Disney. There's just, this one section that's temporary. It's actually a touring section, so it'll actually be moved to another museum soon. So this is actually a recreation of Walt's desk from his office. It's kind of interesting. This is where Walt Disney sat as he managed his company. I think this is actually used in Saving Mr. Banks too. Yeah, it looks like this is actually from Saving Mr. Banks. So yeah, it might not be 100% accurate from Walt Disney's office, but people behind Saving Mr. Banks definitely did a lot of research into what this looked like. It looks like they have some prints of the original Disneyland here. Kind of interesting, look at that. You can actually see what Disneyland looked like when it first was beginning to develop. It looks like this is one of the early pieces of concept art for the park. Kind of interesting. Looks like there's some extra space here on Main Street. You got the World of Tomorrow over here, but look at this castle. The castle is completely different than the one we got. Very interesting, but you do have the Rivers of America over here. It looks like Walt's inviting us into his museum with this art that they have here. It's kind of interesting. This is what one of the old desks used to look like back when, they used to draw everything by hand. Look at this, it's kind of cool. It's angled up like that, making it easier to draw. It's kind of interesting. This is what the snow globe looks like from the original Mary Poppins movie from 1964. And over here, you have the #1, the first employee badge over here, and above it, you have the first ticket ever sold in a Disneyland park. Look at that, the first ticket. By the way, they give you this special sticker to show that you actually purchased the extra upgrade to get into the Walt Disney Archive here. It's crazy. There's a old commissary menu here, and the prices are all in cents. So a crab, shrimp, and lobster cocktail supreme is 35 cents. A ducky fruit plate is 40 cents. Deviled ham sandwich is 20 cents. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at some of this old merchandise. This is like the original Mickey Mouse. It's kind of scary, actually. Look at that. I mean, I get it at the time, but right now, there's a creepy factor to it. That's kind of cool, though. Little rail car. Apparently, in this case, is the first licensed Disney product, and it's actually a watch. Apparently, it saved the watchmaker from bankruptcy because they simply sold so many of the watches. Look at these old Mary Poppins alphabet blocks from the original movie. Oh, I love the style to them. Just that classic style. And here is the carpet bag from the Mary Poppins movie. I believe they found this actually in somebody's attic. Yeah. So, that's pretty incredible. Oh wow, check it out. So here is the audio animatronics component from The Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln back in 1964. Oh wow, look at that thing. Without its face on, it definitely looks scary. So this is one of the celluloid sheets, basically the cells that they used to film the old animated movies. And so for a simple, 5 to 8 minute film, they might need 4,500 to 12,000 of these hand-painted cells for the short film. So this is an old window card promotion for the movie Cleopatra, which is considered to be a lost film because they don't have any copies of the film because it's so old and so long ago they didn't try and keep it. But yeah, look at this poster. Apparently, this is what the poster art for the original Haunted Mansion record looked like. That is just incredible. Wow. So this is the poster conceptual art for Beauty and the Beast, and this is absolutely amazing. Let me get out of the frame so you can see it without my image in it. Wow, look at that. That is so cool. So here is the prop book for Sleeping Beauty. Apparently back in the 50s when it was made, this cost $1,500. And due to inflation, I don't even want to imagine what it costs in today's time, but wow. It's cool. It's like, I don't know if you can tell, but it is definitely, it feels like real and thick and weighty. Wow. Look behind me at what's coming up next. Let me show it to you. Look at this cool thing that they have for Snow White. Wow. This feels like something you'd find at the park, and maybe in fact it was at the park. It just seems like one of those window displays that you'd see on the Main Street shop. You know, I'm almost half expecting her arm to start moving or something, or turn around into an old hag or something. I don't know. But wow, this is incredible. Oh wow, the detail on this. I'm really excited for what's coming up. Just wow. So of course, if you're in a Disney exhibit, you have to have the posters from the rides here. And these are just amazing. Of these three, I'd say probably Pirates or Haunted Mansion is my favorite. You know, Peter Pan, this one's just so-so. They have one of the Xenomorphs from the Great Movie Ride here. And they also have one of the Mayan priests from the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. And this thing is huge. I'm almost 6 foot, but this is just staggeringly tall. Look who I found. This is Captain Rex from the original Star Tours. Look at this. It's so cool that he's here. I guess these wires, you know, help him move, like they bring electricity to him or something. Up next is the Haunted Mansion. Look at these old tombstones from 1971. Oh wow, these are old. Even though they're so old, I mean, it works for tombstones because, you know, they're meant to be old. But apparently, when the Haunted Mansion originally opened, they used fiberglass tombstones. So you can see some of the wear and tear here, as well as, you know, it's see-through. But when it was redone later on, they actually used real stone tombstones. Oh yeah, you can see some more of the damage over there. Let me zoom in. Yeah, so these are definitely fiberglass. You can see the little threads there of it being fiberglass. I saw this next section at D23 when I went the previous year, back in like 2019 I think it was. So yeah, I've seen this part a little bit and it's amazing. Let me show you it. Of course you have Anna and Elsa over here. But over here, this is one of the coolest ones in my opinion. This is the Tron costume with his disc. Look at that. Looks like this is Clue's costume. And they've used this orange, you know, lining and make it glow with CGI. Here's Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. Pretty cool. And then next to it you have Queen Elizabeth. Look at this costume from Shakespeare in Love in 1998. The detail on this is just amazing. It looks like literally a peacock. A golden peacock was used for this. Check out this costume. This is Jack from Mary and Poppins Returns in 2018. Look at this costume. It's got like a certain fakeness to it, like it's a cartoon costume, but at the same time it's a real costume. Look at that. And then next to it, of course, you have Mary Poppins and her costume. You probably can't tell, but her tie is actually drawn onto her shirt. It's not an actual tie. So that's kind of interesting with her costume. And of course, one of my favorite Disney movies that they should have made a sequel to is The Rocketeer over here. I mean, this should have been like the OG superhero. It's just so cool looking. Apparently there are 10 variations of this rocket pack. Only 2 are made from metal, the rest are made from like plastic, rubber, and stuff like that. And one of these variations can actually propel flames from it. Although you won't be able to fly from it, but it just shoots the flames for special effects. Kind of cool. So apparently this apple from Enchanted is considered a hero prop. One in which it's completely detailed, 100% throughout it. Because they simply can't find a real apple that they would consistently use over the weeks spanning the film project. You have some other props next to it, the candy or the chocolates from Alice Through the Looking Glass, the chromosphere, the guide from Hitchhiker's to the Galaxy, and some of the scepters from Alice Through the Looking Glass as well. Like, look at the details on some of these. It's absolutely incredible. Here's what the Vorpal sword and shield look like. I'll get you up close so you can see all the detail on it. Just a crazy amount of detail. Look at that. And then over here's the shield. And you know, it feels like there's all these like dings and stuff from battle. It's just so amazing. Wilson! Wilson! Wow, here's Cogsworth from 2017's Beauty and the Beast movie. Oh wow. That is amazing. That's incredible. Look at that detail. Next to Cogsworth, you have Lumiere. Also just as intricately detailed as Cogsworth. This is absolutely adorable. This is the Winnie the Pooh doll from the Christopher Robin movie. And he's absolutely precious. Just look at that face. Over here we have a steam engine used in the Dick Tracy 1990 movie. And it's absolutely huge. Here's the shrinking machine from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Which is just absolutely amazing. This feels like a mad scientist's device 100%. Look at this replica of Pride Rock that they used for the most recent Lion King live action movie. Just wow. The amount of detail they put into this alone is amazing. Jeez, look at that. All the animals down there. Oh wow. They even have like the details inside the cave. Look at that. So remember when I showed you the newest Tron costume? Well, here's the old one. Just look at that. It's pretty incredible. Kind of interesting. They're playing the Prop Culture show that's streaming on Disney Plus, which is a great show. You should actually go see it now. And they even say so here. Since Disney acquired Fox, they're also able to mix the Fox archives with the Disney archives, so that's kind of interesting. It looks like they have recreations of the Disney Legend plaques dedicated to the legendary Disney people like Mark Davis. They even have Sir Elton John over here, Jack Lindquist. Wow. And so these are recreations. There are just an image on here. Some of them do have like a 3D aspect to them, but I assume the originals are possibly at their animation studios headquarters. And this is what the animation studios looks like. It's kind of cool. Look at that. All the 7 dwarfs up there, because that's like the original movie that made Disney. I think this quote behind me is one of my favorites of Walt's. Let's check it out. So he said, "We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths." Walt Disney. So yeah, that was a really cool exhibit. So much detail. It reminded me of the Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco that they had, although that did have way more detail just because it is dedicated to Walt Disney. But this is going to be a great traveling exhibit, that they can bring to museums around the world. So yeah, this is really great. You should check this out. Come back here. I skipped a whole bunch of the stuff. I didn't read everything on camera, but there's so much detail, so many props, such a cool history behind here. I wish they doubled the size of this, just because there's so much more I want to learn about Disney. So yeah, that's basically all the tour of the Disney exhibit. I'm going to check out the rest of the Bowers Museum. So if you want to stick around and check out some of the other exhibits that they have here at Bowers, keep watching. I'm here outside right now. It's kind of cold. It's looks like it's about to rain. But I guess this is their event space. So this is kind of cool. Very wide open. A great looking space. Oh, someone's even taking their pictures over there. The wedding pictures or something, I don't know. But some sort of picture. So yeah, this is a great place to take pictures at. If you are hungry when you're here, they do have some food here. Pretzels, churros, miso soup, Caesar salad, sandwiches, cheesecakes. Prices seem, you know, medium. Pretzel and churro price is very low, $4 or $3, so that would be a good snack to have. But I'm not hungry, so I'm gonna move on. Up ahead is the Walt Disney Archives, but we're gonna be going left. We're entering the Mary and Moose wing, it looks like. Oh wow, look at that ceiling. Ceiling's pretty cool. I hate comparing everything to Disney, but this could almost be an Orange Bird art that they have. You know, having Orange Bird hidden here among the oranges. Ooh, this is a pretty nice Japanese hydrangeas artwork here. Looks like Frank Coburn made it back in 1928. Oh, wow. Some more amazing flower art over here. Looks like all by Frank Coburn. It's kind of interesting. They got a fireplace over here. Looks like it's a replication of one back in 1830s. I found another massive room. Look at this. Look at the ceiling. This is absolutely amazing. I want my house to have this type of ceiling. Going up the steps here to the second floor. Oh wow, you can get a closer look at this ceiling. Look at that. Look at the detail, That ceiling is just incredible. What is with this place and amazing ceilings? Oh my gosh. This is incredible. Wow, another amazing ceiling. This is what Laguna Beach looked like in 1925, it looks like. It's definitely changed. Back down the stairs. Ooh, looks like there's a lower level. The first Californians. Wow. This is pretty incredible. This is all like the first Californians items. Some of it could be replicas, some of it could be the real deal. It's pretty amazing. Oh, it's circa 250 to 1600 AD. Oh, wow. This stuff is definitely old. They've got a lot of it here. I think when the lights are out, or maybe this is a very low light telekid section. But yeah, some more art. Here's some ceramic art. Look at these dogs. Kind of interesting. From West Mexico. Circa AD 300. A seated male figure with arms crossed is what this one says. 200 BC to 300 AD is what they say. The ceramics of Western Mexico. This is kind of creepy. This is a ceramic jar with crested human heads. Oh boy. You shouldn't have opened up this jar. Okay, let's go through the gift shop and see what they have. There's some holiday decorations over here and products. As well as some Disney necklaces and jewelry over here. They have some old school records of some of the ride songs. It's a Small World, Enchanted Tiki Room, Nightmare Before Christmas, Pirates of the Caribbean, Snow White. They have a whole bunch of Disney books over here. A whole bunch. Look how thick this one is. Look how thick this one is. They have some more Disney books over here. Definitely a lot of Disney books. I didn't even notice at the time, but it looks like there might be an entirely new wing, or different wing that I didn't think existed, of the museum. Also, it started raining outside. This place is far more massive than I originally thought. It's huge. So much art and statues. Apparently, this is a giant incense burner. Look at these ceremonial bone daggers. Oh wow, these are scary looking. So that was my trip to the Bowers Museum. I did not show hardly any of the rest of the museum. So if you want to see the rest of the museum, come here and check it out. I basically just covered the Disney exhibit, but there's so much more to the rest of the museum. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that they have the Disney exhibit there because, you know, it's great learning more about Disney history. And I think I came away with a lot of good tidbits about the history of Disney. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for staying around for the end of the video. It really helps the channel, you know, if you watch more of the video. So yeah, be sure to subscribe and all that, you know, jazz. And yeah, see you later.